Saturn with the moon. This is one of the more difficult positions in astrology, one of the more painful ones, especially emotionally, and especially in the horoscopes of women, because the moon is the female planet, and women feel it in their horoscopes much more strongly. So what does it mean? The moon, first of all, represents how loved and appreciated you felt like a baby, how safe or as young, and how well loved and taken care of you felt. And Saturn, whenever Saturn is in the same sign with another planet, even if it's like 10, 15, 20 degrees away, but the closer it is, the more painful it will be, Saturn starves this planet. So it means that people who have Saturn and Moon together in the same sign, they were usually starves for affection when little, usually from the major parent, like the mother, because the moon represents the mother normally. Or there is often tension in the relationships between the child and the mother. The mother might be missing even, or the mother might be distant, or maybe she was too strict with the child, so there is this coolness there, and the child felt emotionally more starved. And even if they think they have a wonderful relationship with their mother, usually most times it's not like that. Maybe in a past life this person was starved for attention, for appreciation, for love, and when they grown up, they find it hard to believe that others can love them. They find it because the moon shows how you perceive yourself, what is your self-image of yourself. And Saturn is a planet which is lacking, which is starving, so this person feels lacking somehow. This person wonders, why should others love me? I'm unlovable, or I'm not enough, I'm inadequate. Such people are very tough on themselves usually. They demand more from themselves. They feel like they have to do more to deserve another's love, or they just shut down and they distance themselves from others because they don't want to be hurt again, because of this vulnerability that is there. There is strong sensitivity, even though often those people shut it out and they don't show it, but they don't show it to protect themselves. And often, especially as I said, it's difficult for women, this thing, and they feel very hard on themselves. The good side of this position is that these people, because they have such feelings of inadequacy, they push themselves hard, they think they should do better, they usually tend to do better. They usually have to apply themselves a lot in the material world for success, to work very hard, to be appreciated by others. And sometimes, though, in extreme cases, this can lead to dejection, when the person just feels, what's the point, whatever I try, I'll never be good enough. And there is this sense that a bit of a doom and gloom, and such people are more likely to depression than others. They're more likely to states of unhappiness and bouts of depression, especially women. For the men as well, but it's more intense for the women. And this tends to improve with age, because Saturn matures at the age of around 35. So such people tend to start feeling much better about themselves and about their relationships after 35. But usually there will be more difficulty in relationships because of this feeling of inadequacy, this feeling like they have to do more and doing more to deserve others, and tolerating more crap from others because of this self-awareness, which is the moon, which is Saturnian, which is like they don't deserve enough, they're not good enough, or they're just, the moon shows what you're used to from very young, and what you find comfortable. So such people feel comfortable in more austere situations, in situations where others are more strict towards them, when they're strict towards themselves. So they're more, if you want someone to do a hard job for you, if you want someone to go kick ass for you, find yourself with the moon Saturn conjunction, or moon with another difficult planet like Mars. So, because these people are tough cookies, they're used to difficult conditions, they're used to difficult things in their lives, so they'll find it comfortable and they'll battle you. People who have their moon with gentle planets like Venus, with Jupiter, they're easy for fun things, they're easy for wonderful for things which are lovely. They're used from young to do pleasant things rather than more hardcore things, more difficult to push themselves. They don't push themselves so hard. But those people, Saturn Moon, do that. And this is the good side for them. They just have to learn to love themselves more. It's very important. Saturn and Moon as well. Because of this, they have a lot of fears and worries within themselves, but they'll often block them, and they'll try to present in front of others an image of happiness. When you ask them how you are, this is compensation that often happens when Saturn is with another planet. And this is a compensation of them trying to present that everything is fine and dandy. They'll tell you, oh, everything is great, my career is going well, my relationship is amazing. And usually the more they compensate, this is especially valid for women, the more they compensate and telling you how everything is going great in their life. This is usually when they're actually quite fearful and they worry and they're not so secure. So they try to convince even themselves by repeating and affirming all the time how everything is good and how everything is going well, to kind of soothe their own fears and worries. They will not always act like that, but this is a big compensation that a lot of Saturn moon people do. So when you see it in them, you can be sure that actually often it's compensation, as I said. The moon also represents your femininity, especially when you're a woman, your anima side, you know. And Saturn tends to crystallize and block something when it's with it. So such women might often present a more harsh image, like their receptivity, their kindness, their feminine softness and gentleness might be lacking, so they can feel a bit harsher to others, a bit less, you know, a bit more strict, a bit more authoritative, a bit more, it's not actually masculine that it makes you look, but a bit more starved emotionally. Expressing your emotion, expressing your love and appreciation is a bit harder. But such people are very caring. Actually, when they love someone, when they care, they'll do something practical for them. They'll show it by saying, I have someone in my life with this position, and she bought, when she came to my place, she came and bought us towels, because she was worried and she just saw we didn't have enough towels, so she bought them. They'll do something practical, something that can surprise you actually, but they'll worry a lot about you. When such women become mothers, they become very protective, they worry a lot, they'll do everything, and even when they're not mothers, they'll become this they'll be overly protective of others, they'll take care of others a lot, you know. This is how they try to work a little bit on their femininity and develop it more by nurturing it more. Usually when they become mothers, they tend to develop these feminine qualities better, this softness, this receptivity and kindness, but usually they will not be so well expressed, as I said. Anyway, this is what moon with Saturn people are usually like, and please share your impressions. Thank you.